Please welcome Tony winner Kelly O'Hara.
Hi, I'm Kelly O'Hara, and I'd like to welcome you to the Cancer Support Community's virtual celebration. Let me see the world with clouds, take me to the world, out where I can push through crowds, take me to the world, a world that smiles with streets instead of aisles, where I can walk for miles with you. Take me to the world that's real, show me how it's done. Teach me how to laugh, to feel, move me to the sun. Just hold my hand whenever we arrive. Take me to the world where I can be alive. Let me see the world that smiles. Take me to the world, somewhere I can walk for miles. Take me to the world with all around things growing in the ground, where birds that make a sound are birds. We shall see the world come true. We shall have the world. I won't be afraid with you. We shall have the world. I'll hold your hand and know I'm not alone. We shall have the world to keep, such a lovely world. We'll weep. We shall have the world forever, for our
Live from our virtual community garden, it's the annual Cancer Support Community Celebration, an evening of hope and inspiration. Honoring Marcia Cross, Elena Tomczyk, Johanna Marto, and Airbnb, with performances by Laura Osnes and Kelly O'Hara, and appearances by Chris Draft, Telly Leung, Joanna Carpenter, John Wind, Nico Lowry, and Cancer Support Community CEO Kim Tiboldo, and your host, Jack Ford. Please welcome your host for the evening, Jack Ford.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us for this special virtual version of the Cancer Support Community Gala. Can you imagine a better way to start than listening to the wondrous Kelly O'Hara? But here's the good news for you. She's going to be back. 2 more songs as we continue with our event this evening. So, wanted to welcome you all. Many of you have been with us before in the past, and you know what a special event this has always been. Many of you are joining us for the first time. So, is this different? Yes, it is. Does it look different? Does it feel different? Does it even sound different in the past? Yes, it does. But it's still going to be magnificent. But here's what's important. Might be different, but we still have a same spirit. Right? It's a spirit of celebration, as we celebrate the wonderful work that the cancer support community has done for yet another year. And also, and perhaps most important, it's a spirit of generosity. Generosity as we look to all of you tonight to help out so that the CSC can continue in the marvelous work that it has done throughout the course of this year. So again, welcome to all of you. Different event, but still a very special event for us this evening. As we get started, jam-packed evening, I want to remind you to start off the program by inviting you to get involved posting on all of the social media platforms, and make sure you use the hashtag CSCGarden. I mentioned it'll be a night to remember. We just saw a little bit Kelly O'Hara. I told you she's going to be back. We're also going to be joined by Broadway star Laura Osnes, who is going to entertain us. We will meet and listen to actress and activist Marsha Cross, also Airbnb, and we'll hear some fantastic stories, inspirational stories by nurses who have survived many things, including combating COVID-19. A reminder for you also, there is going to be, as always, a magnificent auction that's going to take place, and there'll be some great items for you to bid on. So keep all of that in mind. You'll hear stories tonight about the impact that the $50 million each year in terms of services that the CSC is able to provide to people, support services, navigational services, and you'll hear about the impact that it has on the lives. And you're also going to hear how important then all of you are in allowing the CSC to continue with that. How important our community of supporters is. And let's start, we want to recognize some of those very special sponsors this evening. We're going to start off with a look at our gold level sponsors. Again, our thanks to all of them and what they have done. Taking a look now at our silver level sponsors. And thanks, of course, to all of them for what they do. And then our bronze and patron level sponsors. We've had so many good friends who have been with us for so long, new friends who are joining us now, all of whom join in what I mentioned in the very beginning, that spirit of generosity that's so important to us. Also, of course, want to thank the dedicated board of directors for the CSC, the committee volunteers who put this all together, the hundreds of individual donors who have given gifts in advance, actually, of this evening tonight. And a special thank you we want to offer to Seth Rudetsky and James Wesley of Stars in the House for sharing our celebration with their audience this evening. So Seth and James, thank you for joining up with us and helping us with this broadcast this evening. A reminder for you, every dollar we raise during the course of the event, it goes directly to providing those services that we mentioned before. And here's the note, by the end of tonight, we've got a lofty goal here. We're looking to walk away with $500,000. By the end of tonight, you can see we are already at $344,656. So we are moving towards that, but we're going to count on all of you to get us there. And during the course of the night, we're going to continue to give you updates here. Now, in order to do that, help us get there, here's what you do. You text CSC Garden to 76278. CSC Garden to 76278. Follow the steps to register. Be sure, remember, uppercase letters CSC and G. All right, CSC Garden to 76278, or you can go to www.cscgarden.givesmart.com. And as I said, along the way, we're going to continue doing updates, continue flashing names of those who are helping us in our mission for tonight. So once again, thank you all so much for joining us. It will indeed, although a different evening, still be a very special evening, and we're so thrilled that you're able to be with us. I'm going to step away for a little while, be back in just a few minutes.
Please welcome mixologist Joanna Carpenter.
Hey everyone, Joanna Carpenter here. I hope you're all enjoying your garden spritzes. I have no doubt that you've crafted them beautifully. I am just so thrilled to be part of this event and so thrilled to be with all of you tonight. The work that the cancer support community does is absolutely crucial, and it is fundamental to a family's ability to survive and thrive after the loss of a loved one. I lost 2 grandparents to cancer when I was younger, and so I know firsthand just how important it is to have that support structure and that system in place that can help lift you up when you are experiencing such unimaginable, painful loss. And so, cancer support community, thank you for having me. I raise a glass to you and to all of you. Before I go, I wanted to give you a couple of my favorite sneaky bartender tricks in addition to the ones I already shared in the video. So, the first thing is, especially in keeping with our theme of a community garden, fresh ingredients, cooking when you're making cocktails, fresh ingredients are always best. Fresh herbs, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and there is a special type of vibrancy that gets added to your cocktails if you're using fresh ingredients. If you can juice some lemons or some limes, if you're using fresh lavender, fresh mint like we used for our garden spritz, I highly recommend any chance you get. Maybe this will be inspiration for everybody to have their own little garden window box. I know I want to do that. My second tip is, for those of you who do not imbibe, with this particular cocktail, the Garden Spritz, you can simply substitute club soda for the sparkling wine, and you have a perfectly crafted, fresh, delicious, perfect for summer Garden Spritz that doesn't have any alcohol in it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for having me. I raise a glass to all of you and to the cancer support community. You're amazing. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you for joining our virtual celebration, and I'm coming to you from the beach. And in addition to CSC, the beach is one of my favorite things in my life, and so I thought it would be a great opportunity to take a moment to shoot a video at the beach while welcoming you to our virtual celebration. I've had the pleasure of working with CSC for just about 10 years. What drew me to them is their amazing commitment to patients. I was so inspired by Linda and Kim when I first met them, and they turned that patient focus to my mom and my mother-in-law in time of need. And I have learned from them every day, every month, every year since I've been involved with the cancer support community.
I was inspired by the mission and the services that CSC provides, because nobody provides the support, education, and psychosocial services to patients, families, and caregivers that CSC does. Because everybody is touched by cancer, but no one else provides the services that CSC does.
And 10 years ago, I had the honor of joining the board. This past year, because of this guy, we got to know firsthand how challenging the cancer fight can be. Thankfully, with friends from CSC and all over the medical world, we were able to successfully beat our journey. Hopefully, we can help others as they embark upon their own journey. Thanks to everyone who sent their prayers to bear and our family. We love you all so much and look forward to helping many more families in the years ahead. Cheers.
I first learned about cancer support community when I worked for Vice President Biden during the Cancer Moonshot, but I learned about a lot of the work the cancer support community does. And so, of course, when she asked me on the board, I was thrilled to do it because I knew I could make a difference and I knew there was a lot of work to be done.
You know, it's never been more important than right now during COVID to support a lot of causes, and particularly the cancer community that can really use your help.
Not only are they doing really pioneering work in the area of psychosocial, but also the research and the policy work that is done out of our New York and DC and Philadelphia offices is really groundbreaking for an advocacy group in the area of oncology.
CSC is there to help our fellow humankind at a pivotal, critical moment in their lives. It's an important mission. CSC is a great organization, and I'm really proud to be part of it.
Since the beginning of the COVID pandemic, I've seen the CSC leadership, staff, and affiliates pivot quickly to meet the changing needs of cancer patients. They increased the staffing and hours of the hotlines, provided new digital services, and furnished hundreds of relief grants to cancer patients and their families. I am particularly grateful for the CSC for making sure that no patient goes through the cancer journey alone, even during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The theme of a garden seems fitting for the mission of CSC. As we say, no one should face cancer alone. That includes the individual, their family, and friends, as we each may have individual needs, much like a garden has unique needs. Regardless of type, though, all gardens need support, nurturing, and expertise to thrive. And so do individuals and families during the frightening and difficult times that cancer brings. Your support helps make resources available through in-person services at great local affiliates, and the CSC call center, and virtually through our website and social media platforms. Like a well-maintained garden, CSC services can bring calm, comfort, and knowledge to individuals and families through treatment and into survivorship, as it has mine. Again, thanks for helping the Cancer Support Community mission. Enjoy the evening.
Currently celebrating her 20th year as CEO of the Cancer Support Community, please welcome Kim Tiboldo.
Hi everybody, I'm coming to you from my apartment in Philadelphia, and I'm so happy to be with all of you. I'm excited that we're going to have a terrific evening together celebrating our CSC community garden. I hope you're prepared. I am prepared. I have my garden spritz here, and I have on my fabulous John Wynn jewelry, and I'm so excited to be with all of you. I can see from the number in the corner of my screen that we have hundreds of friends who've joined us from all over the country, and in fact, all over the world. I see that we even have somebody joining us from Nairobi, Kenya. So I say Jambo to our friends in Kenya. Thanks for joining. I also see that you're really getting active in the chat and you're sharing your stories of inspiration with us. I'm also told that donations are already starting to go up. So I know Jack and Nico will be happy to hear that. I want to add my thanks to our friends Seth and James for streaming our evening tonight to their Stars in the House fan base. They have many, many loyal followers. So we're so excited that we can be sharing this this broadcast with the Stars in the House friends as well. So thank you, Seth and James. You know, as the CEO of the Cancer Support Community, I'm so fortunate to have the support of so many of our amazing board members, like the ones that you met in that wonderful video. I want to also give a special shout out tonight to our performers and our honorees, our special guest, and our host, my dear friend, Jack Ford, and of course, our generous sponsors and benefit committee members. You know, tonight's celebration comes as our country faces the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic, and cancer patients are among the most vulnerable groups right now. It's no surprise that we're seeing an enormous increase in the demand for our free, professionally led support and navigation services. Thanks to our great donors like you, our wonderful corporate partners, we're rising to the challenge by building on our 4 decades as a relentless ally for people whose lives have been disrupted by cancer. We're using new platforms to provide virtual support groups for patients and caregivers. We're now operating our helpline 7 days a week, and the calls and online chats are up 80% from the same period last year. We established an emergency fund and have been able to provide financial relief grants to more than 500 cancer patients who faced economic challenges. The pandemic has really impacted so many parts of our country, including, of course, the Navajo Nation, where the situation is dire. This area ranks among the most affected regions in the country. And I think many of you know that the Cancer Support Community has a long-standing partnership with leaders on the Navajo Nation. I want to personally thank everyone who really helped us raise thousands of dollars to provide water, hand sanitizer, personal protective equipment to our friends at the Tuba City Regional Healthcare Corporation. Your generosity is a source of hope for our friends on the Navajo Nation, and it's a prime example of our ongoing commitment to reaching more underserved communities during COVID and beyond. What is happening on the Navajo Nation is just another example of the unacceptable discrimination in our healthcare system. We are committed at the Cancer Support Community to working with the Black, Latinx, and Native American communities to address the systemic issues at the root of these inequities. Reaching more people in need and acknowledging their unique circumstances is a hallmark of what we do. Well, in that spirit, I want to introduce you to a new member of the Cancer Support Community family. Her name is Ruby, and she is the result of our efforts to become the gold standard in digital services for cancer patients. This initiative began 2 years ago when we welcomed the Denver-based nonprofit My Lifeline into our Cancer Support Community organization. Our charge at that time was clear: reimagine how to provide virtual support and navigation services to individuals affected by cancer where and when they need them. Today, we launched a new website that underscores our belief that community is stronger than cancer, and Ruby is an important part of that platform. Ruby is ready to open the digital doors to a place where you can take yoga classes, watch videos, healthy recipes, chat with our helpline counselors, and more. So without further delay, please join me in watching this video marking the debut of Ruby, our community navigator.
Hope. A seemingly simple word, but often overused and misunderstood. The ability to hope means that we can envision a future that is different from the current moment. It means we can find our way when a path is not clear. Our hopes may change with time and circumstance, but we continue to hope. People impacted by cancer have always had to tap into their hope in moments of crisis, of pain, and devastation. Every cancer experience is different and personal, and it's critical to make a connection with those who understand. For almost 40 years, the cancer support community has been a relentless ally for people impacted by cancer and a fierce advocate for hope. When the distance between us seems insurmountable, we show how community is stronger than cancer, and that we can create our communities in new ways, and with different tools. The world can seem like an overwhelming place, but behind these doors, we have solutions to these challenges with new and innovative ways to support millions of people. We are here to listen. We are here to engage. We're here to provide personalized support and answers for your concerns, anxieties, and needs. In this moment and into the future. And that's why I'm here. Hi, my name is Ruby. I'm a community navigator, and my job is to answer your questions and be a source of hope. Thank you for coming through our doors and joining our cancer support community.
Isn't Ruby the coolest? I love having an avatar as the new member of our cancer support community. You're going to be seeing a lot of Ruby on our website, including a brand new series that we're launching called Ask Ruby, which are some of the most common questions that we hear from cancer patients. And these are the kinds of innovative and personalized services that we're able to provide with generous support from friends like you. So thank you. Speaking of friends, I want to welcome live from Manhattan, someone you might recognize from Antiques Roadshow, our friend Nico Lowry. Hi, Nico.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? Oh my gosh, where are you, Nico? Did you sneak into a New York museum or something? It's so beautiful behind you.
Thank you very much. You know, I'm actually coming to you from my home. I'd like to tell you it was a Zoom backdrop, but no, this is my abode.
Wow.
And it's just such a pleasure for me to be here tonight. This is such a wonderful event, and it's already turning into such a wonderful evening. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Nico, we're really so glad that you're here and that you're going to be leading our silent auction. I'm hearing we've got a lot of great things, Saturday Night Live tickets, wine tours, and things like that. Nico, I made my donation to the event earlier today, but I'm going to sneak away now because there are a couple items that I want to bid on in that auction. I don't want to be outbid, so I'm going to see you in a little while, okay?
All right, Kim, thanks. We'll see you soon. Hey, everybody. Again, by way of a brief introduction, my name is Nicholas Lowry, and you might recognize me from the PBS television series The Antiques Roadshow, on which I've been an appraiser for over 20 years. But that's not why I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight as the president and principal auctioneer of Swan Galleries here in New York City. And I tell you that not just as a shameless plug for my business, but also to let you know that as a professional auctioneer, I am well versed in the dark art of separating you from your money and trying to make it enjoyable all the while. Now, before we get started, I just want to ask, how many of you have been to an auction before? There's about 800 or 900 of you watching. And no matter how many of you have answered, let me tell you that what's about to happen tonight is like no other auction you've ever been to before. It's like no other auction I've ever done before. It's a brand new concept of virtual auction, and I'm going to talk you through it. But first, you have to know how to participate. So if you'd like to participate in the auction, first, I think they're putting the information on your screen. First, I ask you to pull out your cell phone. Now, if this were an auction in person and you pulled out your cell phone, I would heap scorn upon your head. But tonight, I encourage you to take your cell phones and text CSC Garden to 76278. And that's CSCG, all capital. And once you get there, it will lead you through the registration process. Or if you're on your computer, go to www.csggarden.givesmart.com. It will show you all of the great items that are in the auction tonight. We'll be going through some of them later. They're exciting, a variety of different items to satisfy all different tastes of all of you who are here. There's also an opportunity for you to donate. Maybe you don't want an item. Maybe you just want to help the CSC do the great work that they're doing. Donations have already been rolling in. Jack said it earlier, and I'd like to reiterate that donations are still coming in. And I'd like to recognize a couple of supporters who are already helping us reach our $500,000 goal. Thank you to Lauren and Aaron Barnes for donating already. Thank you to Paula Malone for donating. Lynn Hanessian, thank you. Thank you for donating, and your families and friends who are joining all of you here this evening to help support the work that CSC does. So please register for the auction. Take a look at the items that are going to be up for sale through this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. So you'll have time to decide. In the meantime, let's hear some more stories from people who have benefited from the CSC's services. And I'll see you all later in the show for the live auction.
I was recently diagnosed with colorectal cancer.
When we got the news of cancer,
it was a real doozy.
Draining.
Very overwhelming.
Yes.
And we didn't even know where to start.
And if it wasn't for Kim and everybody at the cancer support community, this would be a much more difficult experience.
I feel like I've been really strong through this whole thing and optimistic, and I think a lot of that is thanks to them for being there and kind of holding our hand through this whole journey. That's another thing is I'm only 34 and I have 2 young ones, so that's been really difficult for someone who is young and normally energetic to have this kind of cancer.
All we can say is thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If it wasn't for the cancer support community, we'd be lost.
Yeah, we could not do this without you. We're so
Absolutely
grateful,
not.
And your love and support and kindness through all this really means the world to us. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys very much.
I have stage 4 esophageal cancer. Went metastatic about a year ago, just before my daughter's wedding. It was a beautiful wedding. Hey, COVID-19, it's affected everybody. For cancer patients, it's made something that's already difficult enough just that much more difficult. Cancer support communities has provided me with a service they call My Lifeline. My Lifeline has allowed me to go out there and inform all my family and friends what's going on, how they can help. It's a blog, it's a calendar, it's lots of stuff. Probably the best part of My Lifeline, though, has been, I have a voice out there, and cancer support communities, they need your help. It's free to us, but it can't be free to us without your help. So get your wallets out. We need your help.
Hello, welcome. I'm John Wind. We are at my jewelry studio, and I'm excited to be part of a brand new kind of trunk show to support the CSC. For those of you who have been to the galas in New York, you know that I am pretty much a fixture there. I've done maybe 10 years in a row trunk shows where 50% of our jewelry sales support the amazing work that CSC does. I gotta give everybody so much credit for figuring out this creative new way to do it in really extenuating circumstances. So the way that it's gonna work is that you're invited to come to my website, johnwind.com, and shop to your heart's content, knowing that 50% of your purchases will be supporting CSC. And the way that that works is simply when you're checking out, you'll see a comments box, and all you have to do is write CSC in the comments, and we're a small team here. We will know that your contribution is directed at CSC. If you purchase $100 or more, we have these beautiful little sterling silver and diamond chip CSC Tree of Life charms. You'll get one of those. And the sale is on through Sunday, this Sunday, July 19th at midnight. So have fun. What I hope that you'll discover at johnwind.com is our new spring-summer collection. There's a special tab so you can see what's new. Those of you who know us know that we stand for modern vintage jewelry and gifts, and initials, awesome gifts, the initials, limited edition pieces, which are really hot, great charms, etc. So welcome, have fun, and thank you for supporting CSC.
Please welcome two-time Tony nominee, Laura Osnes.
Hi, I'm Laura Osnes, and I'm so happy to be joining you tonight for the Cancer Support Community's virtual celebration. Knowing the important work they do, I was so honored to be asked to contribute a song to this evening's program. What I love about the Cancer Support Community is that they offer so many important services for free. Services that help not only the person diagnosed with cancer, but also their family and their friends. Because, as we know, cancer affects everyone who cares for and loves the patient. As a performer, I understand the power of a community coming together, and that is exactly what we are doing tonight, supporting each other as a community. I hope this song brings a little hope and encouragement in the midst of this difficult time, and helps remind you that we are all in this together, and we are going to make it through to the other side. I would love to dedicate this song to my mom, who lost her battle with cancer in 2011. Mom, I love you. And thank you for teaching me that even in the midst of hard times, I can still be an optimist. When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that we're done and we might as well be dead. But I'm only a cockeyed optimist, and I can't get it into my head. I hear the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whippoorwill is selling me a pill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say life is just a bowl of jello and appear more intelligent and smart, but I'm stuck like a dope with a thing called hope, and I can't get it out of my heart. Not this
Our thanks then to the marvelous Tony nominee, Broadway star Laura Osnes for her rendition of Cockeyed Optimist, a role she played as Nellie Forbush in the iconic South Pacific. So Laura, thank you so much for sharing your story and for sharing your musical genius with us. We're going to take a quick 10-minute recess here now. While we're doing that, give you a chance to refill your cocktails, to visit with some of your friends, also to chat with designer John Wynn and mixologist Laura Carpenter in the mezzanine. And also, you might want to visit the Ask CSC table, which will provide you information about the programs and services that the cancer support community provides to so many people. And perhaps most important, be a good opportunity for you to give. A reminder, you text CSC Garden to 76278. Now step away, just a quick 10 minutes. We'll be back. Stay with us.
The Cancer Support Community Virtual Celebration will resume in 10 minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to be here tonight. So honored to be here tonight and sing for you. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. There is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue. Gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
It's not too late to donate. Text CSC Garden to 76278 to receive information on how to register with GiveSmart.
Good evening, everyone. We wish we could be there with you tonight, but we are well represented by Team GMA at your spring celebration. Our guys look great. They clean up really good. You know? Our immense thanks to Cancer Support Community for recognizing Team GMA. You know, when I was diagnosed with MDS, we saw it as a real teachable moment to be able to get the word out to people about the importance of being a bone marrow donor, to share other stories and to let them know that they are not alone. We know that your motto is, "So no one faces cancer alone." Boy, do I know what you mean by that. And these are the people, all these people I wish you could see in the studio who loved me through it. And Cancer Support Community, you're doing that for countless others. So thank you for this great award. Thank you for recognizing my family, and have a great night.
Have a great night.
Hi, this is Telly Leung. This message is for my friends at Cancer Support Community, an organization that I love and hold very near and dear to my heart. I know that this is a crazy time right now where we're all feeling a lot of fear and anxiety. For my friends who are unable to receive treatment right now, I know there's an added level of fear and anxiety. I was asked to contribute a song of hope, and this next song is a song that I love. It always makes me feel good, and it always gives me a little bit of hope. So I hope it does the same for you. Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the skies. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know is the love will save the day. Herald what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you. Others take a different view. My, oh my. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is the love will save the day. Like brass, no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't stand the pace. danger staring you in the face. Well, listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the skies. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Mine, oh mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is a love will save the day. All I know is a love will save the day. All I know is a love will save the day. Be well, be safe, and stay healthy.
It's not too late to donate. Text CSC Garden to 76278 to receive information on how to register with Give Smart. It's not too late to donate. Text CSC Garden to 76278 to receive information on how to register with Give Smart. Please welcome back your host, Jack Ford.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special virtual edition of the Cancer Support Community Gala. Hope you had a chance to relax a little bit, refresh your cocktails, chat with some friends during the course of that break. We have a lot more coming up for you, more inspiration for you. Visits from actress and activist Marsha Cross. Also, some inspirational stories by two nurses from New Jersey and much more. And we'll be visited once again by the marvelous Kelly O'Hara for some more music, including an original song that she herself has written. Also want to say thank you once again to our good friend John Wind, who we saw before, for his contribution, as he said he has done for so many years. 50% of the proceeds from the sales during the course of this event are going directly to CSC. So thank you, John, so much again for what you've been doing. So we started off in the beginning telling you about our goal. The goal was going to be for us to raise $500,000 tonight. You can look at the number. We're getting close. $400,684, thanks to the generosity, that spirit of generosity that I talked about before that all of you are exhibiting. So please continue, if you will. It's so very important. Now, if you're just joining us, or if you haven't had a chance to give yet, once again, here's the reminder. The way you do it is to text CSC Garden to 76278. Follow the steps there to register. Be sure to remember uppercase letters CSC and the G for Garden, or you can go to www.cscgarden.givesmart.com. So here's the time. We need it from you, that spirit of generosity. Please help us. We're so close to that $500,000 goal. Now, this is after having done this for many, many years, this is always one of my favorite parts of our gala because it gives me the opportunity to introduce to you one of my favorite people. Now, if you're going to be a successful organization such as this, you need so much. You need the donations, you need the support, the sponsors, but what you certainly need is a leader who brings a heart and a soul and a passion to this mission. And for 20 years now, Kim, 20 years, I say that because it's just been a remarkable run by you. For 20 years, Kim Thiboldeau has been that passion and that heart and soul for the cancer support community. And we are all so very thankful for what you have done over those 20 years. That's why it's just always my favorite thing to introduce one of my very favorite people. Kim, I guess the only thing we're missing here, ordinarily I'd be giving you a hug, and then a little bit later in the evening I get a chance to dance with you. We're not going to get a chance to do it this time. We can do a virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
The next time I see you, we can do that. But Kim, welcome to you, as always.
Thank you, Jack. Such a pleasure having you back with us again. And I'm missing the hugs too, and I'm missing the dancing. You know, I love the dancing. Hey, Jack, I hope that Dorothy's watching there somewhere, and I hope that Ashley's watching. I imagine the grandkids are in bed by now.
She is. They're all involved. Ashley, you mentioned our daughter, who is a cancer surgeon at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital and has worked with the cancer support community. So the Ford family has been actively involved in the great work that you do for so many years, and we hope to remain involved.
That's great, Jack. Thank you. And yeah, Jack, tomorrow's my 20th anniversary. As usual, we have our board meeting tomorrow, so hopefully the board will be gentle on me on the date of my 20th anniversary. But it truly has been one of the great privileges of my life to lead this organization for these 20 years, and hopefully some more years to come. There's still a lot more work to do to serve cancer patients. So we're so happy that you're with us, Jack, and we are really growing. We're serving more folks. And we couldn't do it without friends like you, Jack, and others who've donated their time, their talent. I think this might be the 7th or 8th event that you've hosted for us. Yeah. I think we're breaking some new ground tonight online, but I'm pleased that once again, even though we're in different places, we're still able to be together.
Thanks, Kim. Been a remarkable run by you, a remarkable person. Thank you and congratulations.
Thanks, Jack. Well, you know, Jack mentioned growth and innovation, and it really is my honor to kick off this second half of the program. We hope you enjoyed the break and were able to see some friends, and hopefully you're helping us to get that thermometer up. I was happy to see it breach that 400,000 mark, so let's keep going. But we're really excited now to present the Founders Award for Innovation to our partners at Airbnb. I want to just give a little quick background on how this relationship started. Back in late fall of 2018, Airbnb made a public pledge to help cancer patients who have to travel for treatment. Well, at the Cancer Support Community, we certainly recognized the tremendous need for this program. Our helpline fields thousands of calls from individuals who are struggling to cover the cost of traveling for treatments, for scans, for clinical trials, and other medically necessary care. So we knew that this grant from Airbnb for providing free housing to these folks was going to be a game changer. So I called up Airbnb and I said, listen, we at the Cancer Support Community are ready to work with you on this program. And the rest, as they say, is innovation history. It was really a magical collaboration from the start. Airbnb is always looking for ways to improve their business, just like us at the Cancer Support Community. They measure success individual experience by individual experience, just like us at the Cancer Support Community. And we are so excited in a few minutes to welcome Airbnb executive Catherine Wu. We are honored that she's accepting this award for Airbnb. But before the acceptance speech, I want to give a special shout out to the Airbnb staff I have had the profound pleasure of working with, most notably Laura Ellis, Kristen Tomlinson, Kim Ruby, and Airbnb co-founder Joe Gebbia. In fact, we actually have a little surprise for our Airbnb friends. We let the patients who benefited from the program know about tonight's award, and many of them sent us photos thanking Airbnb and listing their hometown. So some of them also sent in videos. So let's just take a moment to meet some of the patients who benefited from this year's recipient of the Founders Award for Innovation.
I received my cancer treatment at UCLA in Los Angeles, which is about 110 miles one way from my house. So I was desperately looking for a solution of how I could receive my treatment twice a day at UCLA.
Noah's treatment is both a combination of chemo, therapy, and radiation treatment, and it takes about 5 months. And so our family has been carting this boy back and forth all the miles from Charleston, West Virginia to Cincinnati, Ohio, and we've had a couple trips back to Florida here and there too. We have a full 2-bedroom furnished apartment. As you can imagine, with a 17-year-old, everybody needs their own space. And then obviously the bathroom, a kitchen where we can cook meals, and a living room where we can laugh and just feel like a regular family.
Cancer Support Community was able to get us a a condo that had 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and secured parking. So it was really quite convenient, very comfortable for me and my caretaker. And because of that, I was able to finish all of my treatment twice a day. I'm just so grateful to Cancer Support Community and to Airbnb for this wonderful program.
We are about to wrap up this treatment and we're just so grateful. We all just want to say thank you so much for helping us out.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm Catherine Wu, and I work at Airbnb and lead a team that operates Open Homes, a program where we offer free short-term accommodations to disaster evacuees, refugees, and people traveling to seek critical medical care. On behalf of Airbnb and our entire team, I'm so honored to accept the Founders Award for Innovation from Cancer Support Community. And this is also because Cancer Support Community has been an ideal partner for us to enable us to innovate. Back in March 2019, when we were developing the Medical Stays program, CSC was a key partner to us in providing insights, support, and feedback to not only launch that program, but also to keep improving it as we went. And even just a few months ago, when we were launching a new program called Frontline Stays, to offer short-term accommodations to medical workers and others on the front lines of COVID-19, CSC jumped right in and was a key early partner for us there as well. So I just wanted to thank you not only for this honor, but also to enable us to contribute in some small part to CSC's incredible mission and tremendous impact. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us here tonight. And thank you for everything that you do.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and it's the live auction portion of tonight's event. Now, we've already sort of determined this is different from the kind of live auctions we're all used to. We're not all in the same room. We're not able to raise our hands and see each other, and I'm not able to identify you personally and recognize your bid. But although this is different from the live auctions many of us are familiar with, and participating tonight isn't quite as easy as raising your hand, it's almost that easy. In fact, I was talking to my colleagues at the CSC, and I was told that someone's grandmother was able to log on to givesmart.com and be able to participate in the auction that way. So I think you all can do it. You can either log on to givesmart.com, CSC Garden, givesmart.com, or you can text CSC Garden to 76278, and you'll be all set and you'll be ready to donate. And let's just take a brief moment to reflect on the fact that we're here tonight to help CSC. And if you can donate, that would be so incredibly helpful. Let's be fair. Cancer affects us all. It's not political, it's not social, it's not economic, it knows no geographical boundaries. And while we can't control who gets it, we can ensure that those who do get sick have the help and the support that they need. And that's where CSC does heroes work. And we can support our heroes tonight by participating in the auction. Now, for those of you who have already logged on to givesmart.com, you have seen some of the great items that we're selling, such as this pair of tickets to a taping of Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live, the most iconic New York show, the best live comedy show, maybe the only live comedy show on network TV. It has seen performances by some of our comedic superstars over the decades. To be able to attend a taping of Saturday Night Live is an incredible opportunity, and you have that opportunity. You can bid on the opportunity. Just to be very fair with you, if you are the successful bidder on these 2 tickets to Saturday Night Live, the tickets will be usable once New York City comes out of quarantine and once Saturday Night Live begins live tapings again. Everybody is on a brief sort of worldwide pause at the moment, but when that pause lifts, you and someone you love or someone you don't like that much can go to see Saturday Night Live, and you can bid on those tickets now if you go to givesmart.com. We also have 2 tickets to Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Bravo's late night interactive talk show that features guests from the world of entertainment, politics, and pop culture. Another great institution that cannot be missed. Again, invite a loved one. Send the kids so you and your loved one can have a much needed night home alone. But be sure you plan it once the quarantine has lifted. Once Watch What Happens Live has begun taping again in person. But you can bid on these tickets also at givesmart.com. Take a look. There's dozens and dozens of other great lots also, such as this one, a one-of-a-kind piece of art, original artwork by Squiggs Robertson featuring Marin Maisie. Piece was created for Marin's Sunflower Power Hour, a concert held at Feinstein's 54 Below in 2019. It's a wonderful, wonderful work benefiting the cancer support community. The Broadway legend passed away from ovarian cancer in 2018, but she was a fierce patient and advocate, and she served as a CSC champion. The print is signed by numerous Broadway stars who joined us that evening in honoring Marin's achievements in advocacy. Jason Daniele, Liz Calloway, Victor Garber, Howard McGillen, Deborah Monk, Donna Murphy, David Hyde Pierce, Susan Stroman, Karen Zimba. These are names that have been signed onto this beautiful print, and you can buy this print. You can have this wonderful work of art. You can have this Broadway treasure as a memory to the great show and help CSC do the great work that they do while owning this wonderful piece of art. That's also available. Now, maybe you don't want to go see Saturday Night Live. Maybe your walls are already filled with art and you have no more room to squeeze in another artwork. Maybe you'd like to help CSC by taking a wonderful wine trip to Swanson Vineyards, who invite you to enjoy their most exclusive wines paired with decadent bites in their enchanting salon. It's a wine tasting experience for any foodie or wine enthusiast. It's located just north of Napa in the small town of Rutherford. The Swanson Vineyards Tasting Salon has long been producing widely recognized Pinot Grigios, Merlots, Cabernets, plus other limited production wines. The tasting room was modeled after a Parisian salon of the mid-1800s and evokes the old-fashioned ways of elegant living and conversation. It's a great opportunity to take a wonderful trip to Napa Valley with 3 friends, taste wine, eat food. There is one small catch. This wine tasting voucher will be redeemable once California wineries resume their normal operations. California currently going through another shutdown, but this too shall end. And when it ends, be the first people on your block to have this wonderful opportunity. You can bid on that. You can bid on the tickets. You can bid on the artwork and so much more at givesmart.com. Now, in addition to all of the great items that are for sale, there's another part of this evening that's very important. Not just the auction anymore. It's something that I like to refer to as the action. The action is the part of the evening. Well, I will ask you for a donation, and you, with any luck, will donate it on givesmart.com or by texting your donation to CSC Garden. During the action, I'm going to tell you what we can do with all of the generous donations that you can give. And one of the great things about this event tonight, there are hundreds and hundreds of you tuning in, and we're so grateful for your time, and we're so grateful for your attention. What we'd really like, in addition, is your support. Keep in mind, tickets to tonight's event were free, not like a normal gala where tickets could cost hundreds of dollars. We've made this free to all in the hope that some of you might be able to donate at whatever level. Of the 800 or so people who have donated, if each one of you gave $50 right now, we'd have over $40,000 to help cancer patients. Whatever you give, know that every dollar contributed tonight will make a difference to the life of someone facing cancer. Let me give you some examples of what we can do together. Let me tell you that for every $10,000 that we raise tonight, we'll help cancer patients and their loved ones by providing counseling sessions for 200 individuals recently diagnosed with cancer. For every $10,000 that we raise, we'll offer 100 advisory sessions to parents on how to best care for a child with cancer. That's for $10,000. Normally now, I would ask you to raise your hand and show me who is willing to pledge $10,000 to help the great work that CSC does. But instead, I'd like you to pick up your phones. I'd like you to go to your computers, and I'd like you to pledge the money now. Thank you, Chuck Shepper and Julie Geisen-Shepper, for your donation. That's fantastic. Jill and Tom Dorovic, thank you for your donation. That's also very generous. Rachel Fleischman and Paul Andrukovics, thank you for your generation at the $10,000 level. That is really wonderful and so greatly appreciated. Thank you. And I know $10,000 is a lot of money. And so there's other ways that you can help tonight. Because for every $5,000 that we raise, we'll help cancer patients and their loved ones in the following way. Every $5,000 that we can raise tonight will help provide counseling sessions with our professional CSC staff for 100 patients. For every $5,000 that we can raise will ensure that our Frankly Speaking educational content is accessible to over 1,000 patients. That's for just a donation of $5,000. So I ask you now, who can I call on to pick up your phone, text us a donation, go to your computer, type in a donation at $5,000. Bruce and Bonnie Edelin, thank you for your generous donation. Jeffrey and Sherry Scott, thank you for your generous donation. That's fantastic. That's really great. I'm watching that thermometer rise. We're at $423,000. That is fantastic. And we still have more to do. $428,000. It's going higher and higher. I get it. Times are tough. There's a pandemic, and $5,000 is a lot of money. And I know what you're thinking. I wonder if there's a way that I can help CSC do the great work they do for less. Well, there is. Funny you should say that. Because for every $2,500 that we raise tonight, we'll help facilitate online discussion boards staffed by licensed professionals for 100 people impacted by cancer. For every $2,500 that we raise tonight, we can counsel 25 families impacted by cancer to address their financial needs. That's for just a gift of $2,500. Who can I ask? Who can I ask? Please take out your phone, text us, go to your computer, type in a donation of $2,500. Ken Scullett, thank you for your donation. Liz Sadov, thank you for your donation at the $2,500 level. Pankaj Amin, thank you at $2,500. Thank you. That means so much. That's fantastic. Mitch and Susan Gallant, I thank you at the $2,500 level. It's extraordinary. Your kindness is really great. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet because we still haven't reached the $500,000 level. We're not done yet because CSC has endless work to do and they still need your help. Maybe at the $1,000 level. At the $1,000 level, we can offer 10 sessions with a specialist to learn the latest in cancer clinical trials. For $1,000, we can allow 10 families to be advised by a pediatric oncology specialist. That's just for $1,000. $1,000, 10 sessions with a specialist, 10 families to be advised by a pediatric oncology specialist. Who can I ask at the $1,000 level? Sorry, please, if you would. Lynn and Tom Wallace, thank you for your donation at the $1,000 level. Jean and Nick Smart, thank you, my friends. I'm here tonight because of Jean Kim Smart, who asked me to participate in honor of her sister, Joyce. Thank you, Jean, for your donation. John Yeager, thank you at the $1,000 level. That's really extraordinary. You know, they say that being an auctioneer is the world's second oldest profession. In a live room, I'd pause for a little giggle. I tell you that because I'm still willing to go lower. And to let you know that for every $500 that we can raise tonight, we'll help 10 individuals make informed decisions about their cancer treatment options. For every $500 that we can raise, we'll provide 5 sessions with a CSC genetics counselor. That's for just $500. Who can I call on now to pick up their phones, to go to their computer and enter a $500 donation? So generous and so necessary. David and Rhonda Franklin, thank you for your $500 donation. Melanie Sarver, thank you for your donation. Look at that thermometer. We're at $441,000, $441,659 now. That $59 donation. Fantastic. You've been hearing a lot tonight about the power of community. And I know that a $500 donation may be out of range for some of you here tonight, but you still want to help. Keep in mind that if 5 people each donate $100 together, they can help 10 patients. That is the generous power of community. And I ask you to think about that as you're making a donation. Even $250 is a help. Any amount is a help, but $250 will provide a financial grant to a family needing help with paying for non-medical expenses like food, rent, and utilities during the pandemic. $250 will fly a cancer survivor to Washington, D.C. to advocate on Capitol Hill. That's just for $250. Who can I call on now to text or email in their donation of $250? Ellen Coleman, thank you for your donation of $250. Catherine Arnold, thank you for your donation of $250. I'm grateful to everyone who can make a $250 donation. And I know these are tough times for a lot of people, though, so you can still help. If 10 of you were to contribute $25, you can come together and help a family by underwriting a relief grant, just at $25. If you go to givesmart.com, you will see that you can donate at any level. And I encourage you, at any level you feel comfortable giving, CSC will be grateful for whatever money you can give us. And with that, I thank you all for your incredible generosity, and I encourage you to enjoy the rest of this truly remarkable evening. Thank you all.
Please welcome former NFL linebacker and lung cancer awareness advocate, Chris Draft.
Hi, my name is Chris Draft, and I'm a longtime fan of the cancer support community and their work. And I'm humbled to present this year's Marion Mazey Award for Empowerment to actress Marcia Cross. The Marion Mazey Award for Empowerment is named after Theater Hall of Fame inductee, 3-time Tony nominee, and CSC champion Marion Mazey. Marion was a fierce and tireless advocate for all cancer patients, particularly those living with ovarian cancer. This award honors her legacy of advocacy by recognizing public figures who use their platform to both advocate for and inspire people who are living with cancer and their loved ones. And we are so pleased that her husband, Jason Daniely, continues to be a champion for the cancer support community and resolute advocate for cancer patients and caregivers. As both a cancer survivor and caregiver, Marcia Cross inspires others and fights the stigma associated with HPV and anal cancer. I know from personal experience how hard it is to tackle stigma. In 2010, my wife Keisha was diagnosed with lung cancer. She was young, energetic, and in amazing shape. Before she passed away in 2011, we pledged our commitment to each other and to the cancer community. I am dedicated to raising lung cancer awareness and putting an end to the harmful stigma associated with that disease. When I look at all the amazing work Marcia is doing, I see a fellow advocate, a member of the cancer community equally committed to fighting for patients who may feel alone and judged. Marcia is walking proof that community is stronger than cancer. Marcia, thank you for your frankness when sharing your story and your relentless advocacy on behalf of cancer patients. Congratulations on receiving the Marion Mazey Award for Empowerment.
Thank you so much, Chris. I first heard you speak many years ago in Washington, D.C. It was during a torrential rainstorm. You were soaked through and through, and in spite of those conditions, you blew me away. You are a tour de force. Now I'd like to thank the cancer support community for honoring me with this award. Like Marion, when I found myself in a position to help other people, there was no question about what I would do. I simply couldn't bear the thought that people were going through anal cancer and simultaneously riddled with shame. So, much to my surprise, dismantling the last bodily taboo, the anus, became a job I simply just couldn't say no to. And also, because of the origin of my cancer, I became aware that we are woefully uneducated about the human papillomavirus. It causes 7% of all cancers. So women, please go to your gynecologist, get your pap smears, ask for digital rectal exams. That's what saved my life. Learn about the HPV vaccine. And men and women, if you feel a lump in your throat, please go to your doctor. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Lastly, I want to say that unbelievably, I did not know about Marin Maisie before I was asked to accept this award. And since then, I have done an unbelievable deep dive into her performances and her interviews and her conversations post her journey with cancer. And I was blown away. She was an amazing woman, and I could not be more deeply honored to accept this award in her name. And I promise you that I will carry her in my heart as I move forward with my work supporting cancer patients and survivors. Thank you.
Please welcome Broadway star Telly Leung.
My name is Telly Leung, and I'm thrilled to be with you this evening to present the Founders Award for Courage to two remarkable women, Ilona Tomczyk and Joanna Marto. As cancer survivors and nurses who have been on the front line of the COVID-19 pandemic, these two are courage personified. Now, living in New York City, I've witnessed firsthand the impact this frightening virus has had on the tri-state area. And like many of you, I watched the news intensifying with alarm and disbelief as we adapt to this new reality. Throughout this crisis, Ilona and Joanna have been working at Holy Name Medical Center to care for their community and ours. In partnership with Cancer Support Community, Holy Name also provides support services to cancer patients and their families. If you know anything about the Cancer Support Community, then you know that they believe that community is stronger than cancer. I wholeheartedly agree. In the last few months, together, we have learned that community is also stronger than COVID-19. No one exemplifies that better than the incredible staff at Holy Name and these two heroes. Ilona and Joanna, on behalf of all of us, thank you both for your courage and for being with us this evening to receive the Cancer Support Community's Founders Award for Courage. Congratulations.
Nothing prepares you for COVID. Nothing prepares you for pandemic, even cancer.
Hi, my name is Joanna Marto. I've worked at Holy Name for 31 years. I was diagnosed in the year of 2013 with breast cancer, triple negative, was treated here at Holy Name, chemo. I had 4 rounds of chemo, did the whole lose your hair thing, and now I'm back.
Hello, my name is Ilona Tomczyk. I am a nurse at Holy Name for 19 years. I was diagnosed in 2012 with stage 1 breast cancer. I underwent a lumpectomy the same year, but unfortunately next year I was diagnosed with a stage 2 aggressive breast cancer, and I was advised to do a mastectomy, which I did. My coworker, she offered that first night of surgery, she stayed with me. She let my husband go home, and she took care of me. So it's a great support from my coworkers.
I work on a clean med-surg unit, so I don't get anyone with any kind of infections. So this was truly an eye-opener. I wasn't raising my hand and say, oh, bring me to the front line, because I did have some thoughts in my head, like, I did have cancer. I made it through cancer. I don't want COVID to kill me.
The biggest challenge was to face my fears. Like all this, I was afraid. Is that gonna be okay? Are we gonna pull through it? We were just asking ourselves, are we gonna be enough? Our COVID unit, the patients were not intubated. It was. So just people couldn't breathe. They told us to prone them. They couldn't prone because it was hard to breathe for them. So that saying, you're not alone, was for them. Courage for me is to face unknown that COVID was with integrity.
Yes, we were the caretakers, and everyone calling us a hero, but the courage came from the patients. Those patients were there without family, without their friends, and I don't know. It was tough for them, but they had us, and we were their family. We'd like to thank the cancer support community for reaching out to us to honor us with the Founders Award for Courage. We'd like to accept this for all cancer patients, those that don't even know that they're going to be diagnosed, and those that are going through it.
We're not feeling deserving of this award, but we accept it, and we thank you very much.
Please welcome back Broadway star Kelly O'Hara.
I'd like to share with you a song that I wrote for my daughter. It's called She Sings, and it's based on a wonderful lyric by Cole Porter. Be like the bluebird who is never blue, for he knows from his upbringing what singing can do. I wrote this song shortly after my mother-in-law, Pam, had died from pancreatic cancer. Charlotte was born about 6 months after she passed, and the likenesses between the two girls is unbelievable. So the bluebird, the love of Pam, the love of my newborn daughter, and the idea of healing music is why I wrote this. I hope you enjoy. They say the bluebird sings, she sings of happy things. I sing too, and it's for you. It was a Monday then, a special someday, when I held you first and gave my heart to you. You took your time to come to me, but when you did, you flew. And like that bird up in the tree, I hope you're never blue. They say the bluebird sings, she sings of happy things. I sing too, and it's for you. Now I can give you roots and wings, so fly courageously, and angels watching over you. She promised me she'd be. Just trust we're there, and everywhere you go, may you know well that when you hear the bluebird sing, your mother sings as well. They say the bluebird sings, she sings of happy things. I sing too because of you. It's truly been an honor to be with you this evening. I was so touched when my friends at the Cancer Support Community invited me to join such an important event. And I know from personal experience how important support and community are when facing a life-changing diagnosis like cancer. Something that has always stood out for me about the Cancer Support Community is the fact that they serve all people impacted by cancer at any point of the experience, from diagnosis to treatment to survivorship and beyond. And they do that for all cancer types, the ones that we hear about in the news and the ones we might never know because they are so rare. I'm so proud to support this extraordinary organization's mission to ensure that no one faces cancer alone. And I thank you for joining me tonight in supporting the cancer support community. This is Make Someone Happy. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make just one heart the heart you sing to. One smile that cheers you. One face that lights when it nears you. Someone you're everything to. Fame, if you win it, comes and goes in a minute. Where's the real stuff in life to cling to? Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you've found them, build your world around them. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. And you will be happy too. Dan Lipton on the piano. Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you found them, build your world around them. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. And you will be happy too. And you will be happy too.
Our thanks yet again to the extraordinary Kelly O'Hara for reminding us about the power of music and the importance of supporting others. Thanks also, once again, to our sponsors, our board members, our committee members, our honorees, and the presenters. And especially our thanks to all of you. You remember I said we had a goal for tonight. That goal was to reach $500,000 to help support the CSC programs. We are close. $461,704. But here's the good news, we're not stopping right now. That's because we're going to continue with the auction and also with the opportunity to get involved in the John Wind jewelry sale. Going to continue them until Sunday night. So for you or for friends or relatives that you know that didn't get a chance to participate with us tonight, a reminder, you can shop at johnwind.com with the code CSC. You can bid on auction items or certainly donate by texting CSC Garden to 76278. A reminder, use uppercase CSCNG. Or you can go to www.cscgarden.givesmart.com. And remember, every action has an impact, and we want to continue our momentum here. So once again, I want to thank you all for joining us. and to help us to show cancer patients everywhere that community is indeed stronger than cancer. So, once again, please stay well. Thank you again for all that you have done to help support the cancer support community. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
A special thanks to tonight's sponsors of the Cancer Support Community Virtual Celebration. Haven't donated yet? Text CSC Garden to 76278 to help us reach our goal. To learn more about Broadway Unlocked, visit www.broadwayunlocked.com. I'm Kyle Holmes, and on behalf of the Cancer Support Community and Broadway Unlocked, thank you and good night.